Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mystic Jen, and I promised you that I was going to do a second video today. I was waiting on these. This is the Past Life Oracle cards by Doreen and Brian Weiss, and I was so excited about these cards. I've always been drawn to past life readings, and I thought, oh, these are going to be so much fun. It comes with a 104-page little guidebook, and it says your eternal soul has lived other lifetimes that affect your current career, health, relationships, family, and life lessons. Doreen and Brian Weiss, MD, have teamed up to create an easy-to-use, safe, and gentle tool to uncover messages from and about your past lives. So this is going to be a very useful tool. And you can use these cards not only for past lives, but you can use them for everyday readings too, for advice about your current life. And I've had my eyes on these, and I've wanted them. See, there's the angels. Let's see, there's Atlantis. And when they come, sometimes they kind of stick together, but once you have them apart, authority figures, baby, biblical, Celtic, or some people call it Celtic. I call it Celtic. Communal living. Just gotta make sure there's none. Oh, there's Asia was sticking in there too. I gotta make sure that none of them are sticking together here. There's Egypt. Farm. Food and hunger. Forgiveness. Galactic. Health. High priest or priestess. Imprisonment or slavery. Sorry about the glare from my lighting. Karmic relationship. Knighthood. I can resonate with this. I've always loved the Renaissance Festival and everything else. Leaving or travel. Lessons and blessings. Love life. Male, female. Medicine man or medicine woman. Monk or nun. Mother. Native America or Native American. Orphan. Persecution. Phobias. Scribe or writer. Ships. Spirituality and religion. Spouse. The arts. Transportation. Trees. Trust and faith. Unrequited love. Vows. Wars and battles, and wisdom. I hope I got them all separated here. There's 44 cards in this deck. And I just want to make sure I didn't miss any, that there aren't any more stuck together. I don't know why that... Oh, there's Father. We missed that one. And Farm. Those are stuck together. Greco-Roman. That was stuck together. It looks like my camera's getting ready to fall. Oops, there we go. Okay. I'm going to do something that another YouTube person did, and I liked her idea. I'm going to shuffle these cards. Oh, and I like the gold gilded edges all around. This is the backs of the cards, has like the doorway into another realm. So I'm actually going to do a shuffle here. And then I'm going to tell you to pick a card. I'm going to draw 3 cards. And you're going to choose which one, just off the top of your head, card 1, 2, or 3. Okay. I just want to get these good and shuffled up here. These are pretty nice sized cards. Just trying to get used to the feel of them and their energy. And I'm also going to be listing either tonight or tomorrow. I am going to list a past life reading in my Etsy shop. I will have a link to that to my shop. I'm going to add it to my description. I forgot to add it when I started creating this live stream. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Spread these out into like a line here. And we are going to choose a card here, a card here, and a card here. And we're going to see what comes up here. So, this is card 1, this is card 2, and this is card 3. So, make your choice now. Card number 1, number 2, or number 3. Which one do you feel drawn to? Okay? Let me put these aside. And then, okay, you ready? Card number 1. Greco-Roman. This is resonating with somebody who lived in Roman times, probably in Rome, in Italy. I'm getting the feeling of somebody who lived during the time of Christ. And it indicates a very significant life in Greece or Rome. And it influenced the situation that maybe you have a situation in your life now that this past life experience is influencing. Okay. You might be drawn to the Roman agriculture. Like you think about your current life now. Are you drawn to the Roman or the Greek agriculture or architecture, their culture, or maybe their spirituality? Maybe you have visited those areas in the Mediterranean and you just felt connected there. Or maybe you've seen documentaries or pictures on the internet and you just feel drawn. And you probably, during that lifetime, you had some experiences and relationships that have formed the basis of your current present life situation. And it also carries the knowledge forward that you gained from that lifetime. And if you chose this card, maybe do some research about the old Greek and Roman times, their cultures, their history. And it may target some memories, some dreams, some insights that may resonate with your current situation. Okay, so now we're going to move on to card number 2. Forgiveness. This is a card that in your past life there's somebody that you needed to forgive, that had done you wrong, and you carry this karmic situation into this life. That this is something that you probably still have a connection to this person in this life. That in this life is your time, and maybe they don't treat you well in this life either. But it's like you need to get past this life lesson. You need to forgive this person. And it's about being healed. Releasing some old stored up anger. Maybe this is something you're not aware of consciously, or maybe you've been holding on to some kind of resentment, and it could show up in some subtle ways, like high blood pressure or addiction, insomnia, moodiness. Wouldn't it feel great to just have stable moods and more control over your health? And it's not always the same thing as saying that the action of the other person was justified or acceptable. But instead, forgiveness is self-empowerment. You choose to detoxify yourself. Get rid of all that bad karma. Get rid of that stored anger and other negative energies. And then, after all, when you hold on to anger like that, it only hurts you. It doesn't really hurt the other person. It just hurts you. So it's real important to heal the situation. And I feel that this is speaking loud and clear to somebody right now. That there is somebody that has hurt you even in this lifetime, that you are connected to from a previous life, and you feel this deep soul connection with this person as if you lived another lifetime with them. And your problems with this person is you need to let go of them. You need to let go of that negative energy around them. You need to forgive. Spirit is really speaking to somebody right now. And anger is like this dark cloud that just floats across the sky. And you need to recognize that the source comes from a past life and let it go. And it'll bring you some healing. It'll bring you some peace. And free yourself from all that negative and harmful emotions. Okay, so now we're going to move on to card number 3 for those who chose card number 3. Biblical. This is somebody with a very strong religious background. I feel that they may be very deep-rooted in Christianity, very connected to God, and very strong belief in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. I'm feeling that this is somebody who was in the crowds, who followed Jesus through Jerusalem, this is somebody who was very close to Jesus back in biblical times. I'm feeling this very strong. This is somebody who was always in the crowd, always listening to every teaching, who followed him. Maybe you were a disciple, but at the very least, you were a very loyal follower. Okay? And this is a message that there's more to the story because you were there. This would be somebody whoever I'm speaking to, you would really benefit from a past life progression, because you were there. You lived in the Holy Land. And you lived alongside some very famous biblical figures. And your traditional religions and interpretations of the Bible stories don't always ring true to you. You read passages in the Bible and you get this instinct that there's something missing, something being left out. Your heart, your soul knows what really happened. And you were brought up deep-rooted in a Christian belief system. But all along, yeah, you followed Jesus, but there were teachings of Jesus that have not been documented, I'm being told. Your soul has that information locked. And you could try to tap into that. Try meditating. Going into a deep trance-like meditation. And let the stories, biblical stories, unfold. Because what you read in the Bible, like I said, it's like you have doubt. You look at that and says, there's something wrong here, something wrong in a translation. This just isn't quite right. And so you kind of follow your own religious and your own spiritual path. And I'm being told that you actually were there. You watched Jesus get nailed to that cross. You were there at that crucifixion. And I feel that very strong. And I feel that there's like emotional scarring that's stemming from that heartbreak of this beloved man of God, child of God, God's son, your teacher's death. And I'm feeling this might have scarred you spiritually. You know you have some spiritual gifts, but you kind of shut them off, shut them down. And this is stemming from your past life. To try to protect yourself emotionally from what you witnessed on that cross. And to reconnect with your God-given abilities, you can pray for help. Help from the biblical figures to those that you feel most connected to. I feel that there's disciples or people that's mentioned in the Bible around the time of when Christ walked this earth, when he was crucified. There's some biblical figures that you kind of feel connected to. You can ask them for help, and you'll learn that they have forgiven all the transgressions and have moved on with their spiritual lives. And they can help you do the same. Okay, so this is my pick a card. And like I said, I was not the originator of this. I saw this from another YouTube viewer, and it really hit home. I just that's a great idea to do. But this here is not my idea, but this is my 3-card pick a card reading for 3 different groups of people. And I hope you enjoyed this. And I most certainly hope that if you want to really dig into your past life, I am going to have a listing in my Etsy shop for a past life reading. So do make sure that you do check out my Etsy shop later on. I thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow morning.